Hi everybody, and welcome to today's video. I have been reflecting on the summer. It's almost the end of summer, it's end of August, and school is about to start. And there's a lot of things that have happened over the last 3 months, and I figured I would just record a video series which I want to call, the 5 lessons of my summer. And I want to just pick a few things that jump out at me and talk about them and kind of talk about what I learned, the lessons that I've accumulated as a result of that, and also just random things that I want to share with you that happened over the summer that I thought was important. Most of them are business related, some of them are not, but they all tie together. And as you know, as a business person, your personal and your business are all intertwined, and even when you try hard to separate them, they don't. So I guess the first lesson, or the first thing I want to talk about this summer, is that you have to learn to live. And I know I did a video a couple of months back scratching the edge of this topic, but something really happened that crystallizes this lesson for me, and over the summer it's been one of the things that the biggest lesson perhaps that I've learned. And there was an issue that started at the beginning of the summer, and because of that I almost did not go on vacation. My wife and I were celebrating our 10-year anniversary, and for those of you who are married, 10 years of marriage to me is quite a bit of time, and it's a big occasion to celebrate. And then this business issue happened and got me all nervous, and I almost did not go on the trip. We were going out of the country to go celebrate for a week. We had somebody to watch the kids for a whole week, which we've never been away from our kids that long. Maybe a day or two, but for a whole week to fly out of the country and spend time together, we're both anxious, and we're also looking forward to it, that time away. But we almost did not go because there was this business issue that was hanging over my head that made me very nervous, and I thought I was going to be away and I was going to be on vacation and I was just going to be down. I'm not going to be that fun to be around, so what was the point? And then I just decided, I'm gonna go, because I've done this too many times. I've done this too many times where a business issue will happen, and then it will get me all riled up, and things that I know I need to do, or time I need to spend with my family, or trips I need to go on, or activities I need to participate in, end up being pushed aside, and then the business takes center stage. So this time I decided I was gonna go, and I was just going to enjoy myself and try as best as I can to forget about that issue, and when I get back I'll deal with it. And one of the things that I think I have realized, and it has highlighted a few things for me, is that in business things are not as bad as they first appear. And that's the biggest lesson I've learned. Sometimes when things happen, we panic, we think of the worst case scenario. But when I look over the last few years of the biggest things that I think were going to happen on the negative side, they never really pan out the way I thought it was going to be. And this particular issue is the same. It's been 2 months to work through this issue, but the big moment that I thought was going to arrive never arrived. And believe it or not, I have come to realize again that every issue in business has a solution if you are willing to work very hard to find that solution. And again, this is an example where it was something that almost threw me off, and I have come back from vacation and I worked the last 2 months systemically, and I'm inching away at it, and the fear that was there at the beginning of the summer is pretty much gone. The issue is not gone, but I have options that I'm pursuing that are looking good, and it looks like I'm gonna also get past this one too. When we always say this too shall pass, well, this one is going to pass. So that is my first lesson, or whatever I want to share about my summer, is that in business, when you own a business, you have to learn to live. You have to learn to live your life, because the business is not going to slow down for you. This idea that you're going to get to a certain level and then relax and live your life never happens, because each stage of business is going to bring its own challenges, and you have to learn to, as I always say, thrive in the confusion. And for me, it's something that I kept saying, and this summer I had to reinforce that lesson to myself and live it and believe it, because it happened to me, something big, and I learned to just live. I learned to just enjoy myself as best as I can, because number one, I'm always going to be in business, so it means that my life is always going to be like this. And number two, you cannot wait hoping that when things get better, then you start living your life. Before you know it, you're 60 or 70 or 80 years old and you're still waiting for that moment. And your best years, your most active years, when you could do a lot more and have a lot more fun and go to a lot more places and participate in a lot more things, would have passed. So I hope this helps somebody. As I said, I'm going to just do a couple of these videos and just share things that I've learned over the summer. And hope you tune in. And also subscribe to our channel. Thank you.